Are you worried that everything you have worked for, every penny you've saved, and the home you've built is going to be eaten up by the IRS before it ever reaches your children? Do you stay up at night wondering if your legacy is going to be taxed at 40% just because you didn't have a plan in place? Listen to me, you have worked too hard and come too far to let the government become your primary beneficiary. But if you are not careful, if you are stuck in financial paralysis and do nothing, that is exactly what is going to happen. You think you're being safe by just holding on to everything, but you might be walking right into a tax trap that will leave your kids with a mess instead of a blessing. We are talking about the how to pass money to your kids without a huge tax bill. And I want you to listen closely, because 2026 has changed the game. The laws have shifted, the exemptions have moved, and what worked 3 years ago might not work today. The biggest fear I hear from you is, Susie, if I give it away now, will I have enough for myself? But if I wait until I die, will the taxes kill the estate? It is a valid fear. But fear is not an excuse for inaction. First, let's talk about the annual gift tax exclusion. For 2026, the IRS says you can give $19,000 to any person you want every single year without even telling them about it. If you are married, you and your spouse can give $38,000. Do you have 2 children? That's $76,000 a year you can move out of your taxable estate right now. If you have grandchildren, the numbers get even bigger. This is the simplest, cleanest way to reduce your estate's value while you are still alive to see the joy it brings. But you have to do it now. You cannot go back to 2025 and ask for a do-over. Then there is the step up in basis. This is one of the greatest gifts the tax code gives you, but so many of you get it wrong. If you give your house to your kids while you are alive, they take over your original cost basis. If you bought that house for $100,000 and it's now worth $800,000, and you give it to them today, they have a $700,000 gain waiting to be taxed when they sell it. But if they inherit that house after you pass away, the basis steps up to the current market value. They could sell it the next day for $800,000 and owe zero, I repeat, zero, in capital gains tax. Do not give away highly appreciated assets while you are alive without talking to a professional first. You might be handing them a tax bill instead of an inheritance. And what about your medical and tuition payments? Did you know you can pay for your grandchild's law school or your daughter's surgery directly to the institution or provider, and it doesn't count toward your $19,000 limit? It is unlimited. This is how you use your money to change lives today without the IRS taking a cut. I want you to be brave. I want you to look at your must-have documents. Do you have a living revocable trust? If you don't, your estate is going to probate, and probate is a playground for lawyers and fees that eat up your children's money before taxes even enter the conversation. A trust doesn't necessarily save you on estate taxes, but it saves you on the cost of dying. You also need to look at your beneficiary designations. Your IRAs, your 401(k)s, those don't go through your will. They go to whoever is named on that piece of paper at the bank. If you haven't updated those since your kids were born, or since a divorce, you are asking for a disaster. The actionable takeaway today is simple: take out your documents. Check your beneficiaries. And start making those annual gifts if you have more than you will ever need. If you have an estate that is pushing toward that $15 million individual exemption or $30 million for a couple, you need to be looking at irrevocable trusts right now to lock in these high 2026 numbers before they potentially sunset or change again. You have the power to protect your family. You have the power to define your legacy. But you must stand in your truth and take action today. Because if you don't care about your money, I promise you, the IRS will. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.